Today, Bolivia heads into a vitally important general election. We all need to keep a watchful eye over what happens today and also the coming days and weeks. In November last year, a right-wing military coup, supported by the Organization of American States, the USA, and Western media, overthrew the democratically elected president, Evo Morales, who was the first indigenous president of Bolivia and had just won a fourth term in office. Under threats to his life, Morales was forced into exile, and members and supporters of his party, the Movement Towards Socialism, or MAS, have been subjected to lawfare tactics and intimidation. Like many others, the MAS presidential candidate, Luis Lucho Arce, has been put under false charges, whilst others have been arrested. The unelected coup regime, led by Jeanine Áñez, has set about trying to reverse and to destroy the positive gains that were made under Evo Morales, which had begun restoring sovereignty and dignity to Bolivia. They've also been privatising industry, including lithium, they've badly mishandled the COVID-19 pandemic, and they're attempting to surrender the country once again to the USA and to the International Monetary Fund. And shockingly, this white and Christian supremacist regime has even committed numerous human rights abuses and massacres against pro-democracy indigenous protesters. They want to rig this election in favour of the former president Carlos Mesa, whose neoliberal policies led the country to economic collapse in 2005. They've been threatening international observers and saying that the MAS will never return to power, even though current polling, which tends to underestimate support from rural areas where the MAS does best, shows that Luis Arce is likely on course to win on the first round. The problem is, we won't know the final result until next Wednesday, and the votes from rural areas are counted last. So the coup-mongers could try, as they did last year, to subvert the democratic process before all of the votes are counted. And of course, we can't rule out that they'll use all means at their disposal, including the military, in order to remain in power. So we all need to show our solidarity with those in Bolivia who are struggling for democracy against these powerful and brutal forces.